Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very most recent episode of the League of Unextraordinary Gentlemen.
In a time where all podcasts are the same, two guys have decided that enough is enough. This is the League of Unextraordinary Gentlemen.
I am Stefan, he is Eric, we are Big Time in Comedy, we are the League, and we are back with our feet in the stirrups for another lovely, lovely recap of what's happening in our lives, what's happening in the world, and well, we'll share it all with you.
And what's unextraordinary.
That's very nice. Thank you for adding that, Eric. That was really good.
That's what I'm here for.
It's good. Let's talk about some of the week. We had a show. We actually had a stand-up comedy show.
We did.
Which was pretty cool. There were people there.
Lots of people.
Yeah. And we were at an Elks club. I don't know exactly where we were, and it was down a long dirt road, and it was down by the water, and it was very dark, and I didn't know if we were going to make it out of there alive, but we did. It was very Blues Brothers. We pulled up.
There was.
Yeah.
A lot of locks on the doors.
There were. But so, how did you find the Elks Club? Because it wasn't really I'll call that a typical venue.
It's it's in my hometown area region, so I was aware of it.
Yeah, the Eastern Shore. Lots of fake country music stars in there.
What did we have? Travis Tritt.
I saw at least 3 fake Travis Tritts. And maybe 2 Trace Adkins.
Yes, there was definitely Trace Adkins
there.
there.
Yeah, because he was like the real big dude who was like the grand. He walks up to me and goes, "I'm the Grand Poobah here."
Yeah.
And I was just in my mind, I was like, that sounds super racist. You know, like a Grand Dragon or something.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't. He was a nice guy. But I just meant, I was like, who introduces them? Hello, I'm the Grand Poobah.
Yeah.
Good evening, I'm Stefan.
You're not president of the United States.
No, it wasn't. But he was one of them fake country music stars. Eric, how does one become an elk? Like, what is it? An exclusive club? Who were we performing for?
So the Elks Club actually was started by thespians. Did you know
Actors?
that? Yes, actors.
No.
So it's funny how it's come so far as it has, and that was the environment that we were in.
Well, the lady that ran the place, she pulled me aside before. She was smoking a cigarette out front, and she was like, one of the old ladies that used to be on the board here was just so proud because she would say that we kept profanity out of here for years and years and years, and now we're paying for it tonight. And I said, well, you're gonna get a little bit of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got yelled at right away doing a load in. And I had to prop the door open. It was cold.
That door just kept fucking slamming.
Yeah, it was slamming. So I propped it open and walked stuff in and turned around and went face to face, probably with the same woman. Mm-hmm. She goes, "You plan on keeping that door open all night?" And I was like, "No, why?" And I got the dad movement of, well, it takes a lot to heat this place.
All right, so how does one become an elk, Eric? You said you knew the application process.
I don't want to give away
big vetting process.
I don't want to give away too many of the secrets because I became an elk for a period.
What do you have to do? Do you have to fucking kill something?
There is a hazing process.
What? Like a fraternity?
It is similar to a fraternity.
Give me an example of some of the hazing that you experienced to become an elk.
Well, the chapter I joined did require some drinking.
Mm-hmm.
There was some drinking.
Yep. They held you down and made you listen to lots of John Denver.
In a dark room.
Yeah.
We had to sing songs.
That's good.
It was wholesome.
So it's not hard to become an elk, is what you're telling me. I don't see any.
It's not too difficult.
Yeah. All right. No economic background. No nothing. No threshold. They were just people that paid to be part of the Elks Club.
Yeah, I got in at a young age.
You're real lucky. Thank God. All right. Well, I don't want to become an elk. So, another thing I wanted to talk about at my job. So, I'm a salesperson during the day.
Right.
We had this, and I want to talk to our audience about it too, because I want to get their opinion. We had this product that was installed. Now I work from home. Like all my meetings are online, and they're Teams and Zoom and all that. And so we had a new piece of software installed that's called Gong. And what it does is just record every conversation I ever have, dictates it, tells me how long I'm talking, tells me how long the other person's talking, tells me when I should pause, when I shouldn't pause, right? It spits all this back to my boss, so now my conversations are very much like, hey, Great conversation for an hour, but at 27:33, I think you could have said the instead of the. I mean, the level of fucking.
And you paused just a little bit too long.
Like, on one hand, it's cool because I can, get some good self-assessment, and on the other hand, it's not cool because I literally have someone's hand in my ass like I'm a puppet. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, it's like Big Brother. You ever, 1984 Orson Welles,
It's like we had a really good show the other night.
Yeah.
But we could have done better.
I guess so, yeah.
We could have placed a joke differently and made them
Absolutely.
laugh a little bit harder.
You're laughing, but this is my fucking day job now. And it's like, I think good job closing that deal, but I bet we could have got more. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Anyway, I wish I could do comedy full time, but until we get bigger venues in the Elks Club, Cambridge, I think we're going to have to keep plugging along here, selling software.
It's like the best way of giving you a backhanded compliment.
Isn't it? It's the best. It's just
enjoy that.
What do you were bitching about some? I know I just probably stole your thunder because usually we get into this about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, I can feel it in my loins that you're about to bitch about something and then we call it a bit.
Oh, you can feel, you can feel the blood pressures raising.
Can you tell the audience what you were talking to me about on the way here?
I think so.
What's wrong? What's wrong now? Eric, pause for it, wait for it, and now you can go. Cool.
So, we had a business partnership with a nonprofit.
We did.
And, we're doing good things. I thought we were doing good things. It's similar to your job where they were telling you good job but not good enough. We were doing a good job, and I got a call saying that there was no financial benefit to it.
So we just had their name like on our flyers and shirts and stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
Just free publicity for them?
Free publicity, and there was no financial benefit to it.
Of course not.
So
because we had to do comedy shows, and for the last year there was a pandemic.
To raise money.
It's too bad.
And,
well, you're an asshole.
I am.
I side with the nonprofit. How dare you? How dare you take? Well, you didn't take anything from them. How dare you?
I'm an asshole.
You are an asshole. You called the other guy an asshole. You
did.
called their accountant an asshole.
I did. I was like, this is great. We've got a bean counter making business decisions off of relationships. This is good. This is good.
Well, I mean, so we're not dedicating zero money to a nonprofit anymore. I give you a lot of credit for severing that relationship. Man,
it's a win-win.
You drive a hard bargain, balls.
So we have space on our website now.
So if any nonprofits out there
would like to put your logo on our website,
want to get on a flyer at one of the other Elks clubs around town, y'all can
go.
just holler at Eric right here at Big Time in Comedy. What have you been watching lately? Oftentimes we like to encourage audience members to watch something that we've watched.
I've started the new and latest season of Ozarks.
Oh, I heard Ozark's good.
It's very good. It's so good that it's almost not, it's enjoyable but not enjoyable to watch because I sit there and my stomach is in a knot.
I just can't get into it because I hate Jason Bateman.
What?
Yeah. Said no one ever. I'm kidding! Sunday doesn't want to watch it. Bateman's great. Have you ever seen Teen Wolf 2 when he boxes? That's fucking Bateman, baby.
Wasn't he in Lena or Stand By Me?
Who cares? Have you seen Teen Wolf 2? If you haven't, go home and watch it tonight. He boxes instead of plays basketball, and he's a cousin of Michael J. Fox's character.
I forgot completely about that.
God, you need to go home tonight and watch Teen Wolf 2. It's probably one of the top 10 movies, arguably one of the top 10 movies in the DMV in the last 30 years.
My wife was like, you're going to get home in time for us to watch Ozarks, right? I'm going to get home and be like, Teen Wolf 2. No Ozarks tonight.
I think Emily would appreciate Teen Wolf 2. It's a coming of age plot about. I think he goes to law school. I think he's in law school in it. Come on, she'd fucking love it. I watched the Eternals. Everybody, it's polarizing how much people either loved it or hated it. I didn't think it was quite as bad as a lot of people had said. I gave it a 6.9. I'm gonna go 6. Like it's very watchable. It's not the best Marvel movie. And the big thing is you don't really know any of these characters and care all that much about them. They try to shove like 10 of them down your throat.
I mean, is a 6.9 a watchable rating?
Yeah, it's very well. I mean, that's my Marvel scale, not like overall movies. Like, I mean, there's worse movies in the world than the Eternals. Like, it's a fun CGI romp. Angelina Jolie's in it.
Okay.
Salma Hayek's in it.
Sold.
Need I say? Yeah,
Sold.
you're fucking sold. Your old pervy ass. Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie. Woo!
I mean, I did watch The Hitman's Bodyguard.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
The
and,
new one? The Hitman's Bodyguard's wife's girlfriend's
I want to
boyfriend?
watch that one, but I had to watch the original first.
Is you really think that's a movie where I'm so lost, the plot, they're just fucking hitmen's bodyguards and people. I bet, did someone try to murder them?
Yes.
I bet you didn't need to see the first movie to give you that clue.
Still wanted the lowdown.
All right, well,
The whole time my wife's going, we've seen this before. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we haven't. She's like, yes, we have.
The best part of Eternals was the after credit scene. That's what I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you.
Are you going to...
Spoiler alert.
Oh, boy.
Spoiler alert. Now turn your cameras and your ears off now, children. But spoiler alert, I'm sitting there watching the mid-credit scene, and this dude walks up, and he's the character, and he appears, and I'm like, holy shit, I know who that is. That's Harry Styles. Why is he in this movie? And that was it. So, you fucking watermelon sugar, baby.
That was it.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie. 6.9. You want to do Style of Sports?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's kick it over to Marv. Marv?
Jump shots. Goals. Running. Balls. Defense. Champions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marv Albert, and welcome to another edition of Statless Sports.
Stats and scores from around the league. Last night, the three-way Tennessee Menage a Trois hammered and pounded their way to a win, taking down the rough and ready California Bearbacks 84-32. The star of that game was Philip Falacio Smith, as he dropped load after scoring load on the Bearbacks. The slate will be wiped clean when the playoffs start next week. And in our game of the week, the why not? North Carolina shrugging shoulders lost to the Oklahoma nodding heads 175-147. Alfred, I'm not your butler. Anderson was the top player, pouring in 102. Afterwards, players from both teams decided to have dinner together and agreed that it was indeed a great game. And that completes Statless Sports. Oh, thank you, Marv. Marv's great. Marv is just so great. And again, I just can't believe that we got him to do our podcast. That's a favor from Mickey Cucchiella, super producer, just fucking calling in all the favors.
All of them.
Mickey can't be troubled to look at us right now. He's playing Civilization 4 on his laptop.
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Or am I over here working on your show?
At least he's not looking at porn.
Finally. And now we will hop into one of my favorite segments, Eric. A little segment we like to call Earth is Full. And if you don't know how to play the game at home, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to name some people that we just don't have room for on this planet anymore. Eric, I'll let you start.
I'm going to go a little political this evening.
I like that.
I've tried to stay away from it, but mine is going to be Nancy Pelosi.
Ooh, Nancy Pelosi. Why? Speaker of the House?
There's a lot of reasons why, but
Uh-huh.
her face is number one.
Ooh, you don't like her face,
Her
Eric. You
face-
tell that stinking Democrat.
Yeah.
You tell that
That
stinking
face.
Democrat.
I think the latest was how she was defending the fact that congressmen and women should be able to trade stocks.
Oh, yeah.
And then about a week went by, and now she's on board with it.
Yeah, well, suck it, Nancy Pelosi.
And guess what? It's because she's running for another term.
Yeah.
So it's the popular thing.
That's
you know?
I've seen a lot of memes going around where people are like, "Why athletes can't bet on the sport that they
Right.
play in? Why can politicians,
Exactly.
move the stock market or
They've
whatever,
got-
play the stock market?"
I think
for-
we need to get Martha
Yeah.
Stewart on here and
term
get
limits.
her.
Term limits, and when we're done, we're gonna send you to space. You fucking Democrat
Yeah.
bastards. You lefty bastard. Oh man, I have a political one.
Oh wow!
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Bobby Kennedy Jr., who's famous for what? I don't fucking know. His dad being Bobby Kennedy Sr. He came out and he's backpedaling big time. I read an article where he's flat out apologizing for drawing a parallel between the COVID vaccination measures and the Jewish Holocaust. Whoa! The only thing that is a bit remotely similar is that they maybe both involve needles. That's it.
Well, hold on. Could I defend something there?
And
on
gas
that?
and poison.
They
You know,
are
or a-
refusing people heart and kidney transplants if they're not vaccinated.
Eric, I'm going to send you on this fucking ship with Robert fucking Kennedy Jr. in a second. You understand what I'm saying? He's equating you getting stuck in the arm with a fucking vaccine to you being given a fucking star led onto a fucking train and taken to Auschwitz. Get on the fucking thing. Jesus Christ. All right, on a lighter note, I have one more.
Oh,
since it's the most wonderful time of the year in the NFL, the playoffs are raging. Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Ooh,
Aaron
really?
Rodgers.
I would have taken you for an Aaron Rodgers fan.
I'm just Aaron. After all the huffing and buffing and guffing about the Packers, and then they get to the playoffs again, and then he just loses again. I've had enough of him. He's a paper champion. He wins during the regular season. He can never win when the chips are down. I can't tell you the last time he won a playoff game. And also, while we're on the immunizations, he came out and said months ago, I am immunized. And people were like, cool, so you're vaccinated? And he was like, well, I got to take this call. I'll be right back. And never answered that question. And then he was just like, but his job is being in a huddle with like fucking 10 other guys in their face, like coughing and yelling plays at them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not like just me sitting at home fucking with a puppet's hand up your puppet ass with your boss fucking playing with your guts. Right. You know, I've had enough of it, Aaron Rodgers. Either leave the planet or ride off into the sunset or go host Jeopardy. I've had enough of you. Earth is full. Now we're going to move on to the final segment. One of my favorites, again, one that we like to call What's Your Point? And this is where we take emails, calls, pages, you know, not like pages from but like a pager, you know, like it's 1992.
Beeper?
Yeah, beeper, pager, you know, whatever it may be. What's your point? Where we take your questions. Eric, we've got some here. Do you want to start, or how do you want to?
Yeah, I'll start.
Okay, all right.
We've got Bill
Okay.
has phoned in with this question.
Hey,
Who is going to be the next president?
Yeah, I'll give you three choices.
All right.
It's going to be, I guarantee, all right, and I will put money where my mouth is, it'll be one of these three people.
Okay.
All right. Joe Rogan.
All right.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or, don't knock it if you haven't tried it, and even if you have, it might be better this time, Donald J. Trump.
Wow.
Trump train's coming back, boy. I don't say I'm going to vote for him. I'm just telling you there's a lot of people, I think, that are not happy with Joe Biden and the Democratic Party, yourself included. You want to send Nancy Pelosi to the moon. Yeah, but I think The Rock's got the leg up right now. He was just introduced as a new character in Fortnite, and that's big news.
That's what gets votes, by the way.
That's
what gets votes. He's also rather buff.
Eric, who do you think is going to be the next president?
I'm going to probably pull at least one from that list. I think he's
You can't
going to
use
run.
mine. You can't use mine.
I think Trump's going to run, but I don't think he's going to win. I think Mr. DeSantis from down in Florida is going to potentially be a contender.
Oh, man. You're thinking the Florida government.
Yeah.
You want Florida for all.
Florida for all.
Florida for all.
Freedom for all.
I want you to wear a shirt that says Florida for all.
I mean, a lot of people are going down there for vacation.
Yeah, a lot of people think Florida is a well-run state. Next, Eric, why is Mickey? This comes from Jane.
Okay, Jane.
Why is Mickey so amazing?
He is?
Oh, that was mean. You're being mean to him.
He's not listening.
He's playing Civilization 4 over there. I think Mickey's amazing because I don't know exactly where we're filming right now, but it's probably either France or near the Eiffel Tower or the pyramids. I can't believe Mickey flew us to wherever this is behind us because I know how expensive the tickets were. And also he put bags over our heads and flew us there. So there's no way for me to know and for what you're seeing at home, but we're really there.
Yeah.
And thanks, Mickey, for paying our airfare. You're the best.
Yeah. I think he's amazing because he's arguably the funniest comedian in the Mid-Atlantic.
You're just going to keep beating that horse.
I'm going to kick it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we call a dead horse. Eric. Some people like to try to call that a callback. With Eric, we like to call that a dead horse. He keeps beating it. Next question.
Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. This is from Jill.
Oh, Jane and Jill.
Jane and Jill.
Oh.
Now, if Jack calls in, we got a whole party.
Being a dead horse. Continue.
So Jill asked, marry, fuck, kill.
Oh, that's a weird way to phrase it.
Yeah. She would like to know who we would like to marry, fuck, or kill.
Okay.
Hillary Clinton,
Ooh.
Betty White while she was alive, which I'm glad that was pointed out.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely a game changer. And Roseanne Barr.
Okay, first and foremost, I'm marrying Betty White at any age. What a sweetheart, beautiful inside and out. And I bet up until her dying days of 99 and 999, she could fuck like a champ. I just know she could, and I mean that. I look into this camera with all the respect I have in my body to say, I bet that woman could get them cheeks. You know what I mean? Because she was funny, too. And then you're married to that person, and she's fun. You know what I've realized is that life ain't worth living without Betty White.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet as a married woman, I bet she'd still throw down, too.
All right, so I'm going to marry Betty. I think she's just a peach. I think I'm gonna kill Hillary, and not for the reason you think. I'm not going to kill her because of any political affiliations. I'm going to kill her because, as we know, she's killed a lot of people, and if I fuck her and never talk to her again, I might as well just put a fucking bullet in my own mouth, right? So I think I'm gonna kill Hillary, and Bill's gonna be happy. You know what I mean? Like Bill's happy as shit. Bill's like fucking playing his saxophone out there on the fucking streets. He doesn't care. So nobody's coming after me if I kill her.
I think Ghislaine Maxwell will probably be happy, too.
Well, there you go. She'll probably go free, She's gonna
Well,
go
she'll
free
at least live.
Yeah, we have to do a
She
new one where
won't
she's
suicide herself.
where she's killed herself. Well, breaking news, Ghislaine. You just have that sitting. Oh, and then I'll fuck Roseanne. Like she'll sound like she was singing the national anthem that one time. Hey, and she's racist, so I'll hate fuck her. Whatever.
I bet Dan would like that, too.
Yeah.
Dan the drywall man.
That's right. Eric, do you want to take a stab at that? Was that good?
I would be right there along with you, same lines. Yep.
All right.
Sorry, not to be boring, but that was exactly how I felt about that. I agree with you for once.
I don't think you're boring anyone.
No, we're right.
Last question. From R.J. Jackson.
Oh!
Who's going to win the Super Bowl? What year is it? Jim Kelly and the Buffalo Bills. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. Okay, I think it's Patrick Mahomes. I think it's the Kansas City Chiefs. I cannot support Joe Burrow winning a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson. I just can't get down with it. I think the Bengals are going to get bounced. Everybody forgot about Mahomes midseason. He's still the guy that's chasing down Brady and all his records. I think it's the AFC. I think it's the Chiefs. And I think the Rams get there. I think Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, the great white hope. I've never seen a receiver like this guy. He's just like a 6-foot average white guy with average speed, and he just catches everything in a 5-mile radius. So, he had a great year, and they're well coached, and they've got a lot of stars. And San Francisco's quarterback is Jimmy Garoppolo. Need I say more?
We know the Bengals. They're choke city. Choke city.
I'm going to say Chiefs and Rams, and I'm going to say the Chiefs take it 34-31. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm going Rams.
Yeah?
I'm going to go to the Rams. I'm going to go 27-23. I'll go a little bit of odd score.
Who's your Super Bowl MVP?
I don't know.
Pat Mahomes. Mahomes.
That's because you got the Chiefs winning. So.
Well, what does that do? And we're going to put at least $20,000 of our money, Big Comedy, on the big game. And when we lose, as we always do, it will be completely unextraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Good night.
Okay, cut. All right. You wanna do
In a time where all podcasts are the same, two guys have decided that enough is enough. This is the League of Unextraordinary Gentlemen.
You should know that. Before you start calling people by names.
Not Alvin. I don't know if they want us to start or if he's still doing sound check. He's going to keep looking at the screen. He's not going to tell me. We're not going to know.
Oh, that's the episode right there.
That was good. I think we nailed it. That's a wrap.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Episode 1, in the bag.
Okay. All right, so what do we just start? We just get going? We just roll?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just asking.